You're a TV professional, Babe Laufenberg, TV professional, and a former professional quarterback. I want you to walk me through. Let's start behind Dak Prescott first of all. Garrett Gilbert, has he shown you enough? Because I think there's a gap between him and the guys behind him. Has he shown you enough that the gap between him and the guy ahead of him isn't gigantic?
Well, I think it's always going to be a big gap between your starter and your backup. And if it's not a big gap, you probably don't have a good starter. Right?
Okay, yeah, okay.
So hopefully there is that gap. Probably the rare exception is when I was backing up Aikman and it was minuscule. I mean,
it was tiny.
You could not have slid a dollar bill between the difference.
That's correct.
But I think the big thing too is if you're going to get a guy, and I keep hearing they're going to wait until somebody becomes available.
Right.
Now you're in that position of trying to play catch-up mode, getting somebody in here. They did that with Matt Castle.
That did not work very well.
Doesn't work.
No.
So I think it's important to identify the guy during camp, give him all the reps. He's a smart guy, and obviously you're just hoping to get through a couple of games with him.
Can Garrett Gilbert bus drive me through a win?
I think so far. And
okay.
If you go back to the Pittsburgh game, where he started with 1 week's preparation, people forget they were leading that game 19-9.
Right.
In the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Pittsburgh was undefeated at the time.
Yep.
He played well enough for his team to win. Obviously they didn't, but I like what I see so far. I do.
Okay, and then to Dak Prescott. I don't know if everybody knows this, is supposed to know this, whatever. He's throwing. No, I'm not saying he's cutting it loose,
right,
but he's throwing.
Well,
he's fine.
Define throwing. No, I think he is going to be fine.
He's not walking around in a. First of all, he's not walking around in a sling. Second of all,
he's no amputation yet.
There's no amputation. He's cutting his meatloaf with a knife and fork using both hands, and he's moving his arm in a throwing motion.
Yeah, and I'm not concerned, and I know they wouldn't tell us if they were concerned.
Right.
I've yet to hear the coach say, "Well, appears minor, but
it's a disaster."
It could really flare up into something. It's just like if you've seen a million releases, right? Fish issued by teams.
Yep.
It doesn't matter the team.
Right.
Joe Blow had successful surgery. Just
right.
once, I want to see the release that says Joe Blow went in for surgery, and oh my God,
did not go.
Doctor screwed it up. He's in the process of
blood
losing
squirting
his
everywhere.
license.
Yeah.
We don't know that he'll ever play again, and we just hope he can walk. You don't get that release.
I don't know if you've had this particular thing, but it's a muscle strain.
Yeah.
You've had that.
Well, the arm is a very intricate little piece of machinery on the right arm there.
Yeah.
So there's a million different arm sorenesses, but players get them during camp. Not so much anymore because they don't throw twice a day.
Yeah.
You're old enough to remember 2 practices a day.
Yep.
5 days straight.
Yep.
Quarterbacks were throwing 2 hours each practice.
Right.
And it can put a little strain on your arm.
Remember, you used to have to bring in an extra arm.
Oh,
some guy that wasn't even. He played at Capel High School. Bring him in here. We don't need to bother with that anymore.
No, because they don't. You practice once a day. So
Tampa, we're fine.
The only date I'm worried about is September 9th. He's not a rookie that we're trying to get ready to play. He's not a guy in a new offense. He's not a guy that hasn't played. So give him 2 weeks to get ready for Tampa, and I think he'll just be fine. And I think he will be practicing 2 weeks before Tampa.
Brandon Babe Laufenberg on the Cowboys.
Fish, my pleasure.
Thanks, Babe. Fish, out.